Hello and welcome back. Hey, I'm cScot, and I'm glad you guys are here. Today, we're going to do a little adventuring. Right now, I'm out running around looking for some things for today's new episode. I want to keep it secret because I think it's going to be a pretty good time. But as I'm out running around here, I found us a little puppy. So we got us a dog. Lucky enough, I had a couple bones on me while I was out doing this. But yeah, got three things that we want to go through today. And the first thing is I want to update you guys on our actual Quarry system that I left you on last time. I got the storage thing figured out, and it is now up and running, and it is kicking some serious tail, which is great. And then the second thing, I think we need to upgrade our actual Extreme Reactor. So I got some cool ideas for that we're gonna do, and since we're using modded Minecraft, we're gonna put modded Minecraft to the test today to see how it works. And then finally, this armor's not working any longer. We got to get better armor. We just do. So I think we're gonna look at getting us a new set of armor that's a little bit more powerful, so that when we go to the Nether, I'm not getting my butt kicked too bad, which happens a lot when I get over there. I'm not gonna lie, I get beat up pretty good in the Nether. So, but hey, let me get a couple things around here, and we will get started with our day. This is gonna be a good time. This is good. I think we're gonna work on some things, and you just wait and see. Be right back with you. Okay, so Quarry update. I know I left last time that the Quarry was working, but the storage wasn't making it back to our system. So what I ended up realizing was that my dimensional transceiver, at least on this end, didn't have any power going to it. And so I got power going to it, and it now works beautifully. Really, it moves stuff back and forth. But it pushes everything into this chest here, and then it comes back into our system, or refined storage system, which it's good, and it works real well. So, but let's come and look on the other side here, and I could show you that it actually works. I was pretty embarrassed after last time, and that's why I did an update. But even then, trying to do an update, it just epic fail on my part. But hey, we're learning, and I've never, like I told it, I've never used some of this stuff. This was good. But I don't know if I showed you guys this, but so we can end up actually working this. And I'm going to set it up right now so you guys can see it. And this shouldn't take too long to do, but I want to prove to y'all that I can use this thing. Let's go over one more. Let's get all this here. So, just a second, and we're going to have to dig down here. There's somebody, this was the way I've seen somebody do it. A little bit of pain. Oh, this ain't gonna work for us because we're gonna be out of our pickaxe very, very quickly. Just a second. Let me get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna have to run back to the house, and I'm gonna have to actually fix my pickaxe, and then I will be right back with you all. So today's episode, we really are going to be a heck of a lot quicker than we were yesterday. 40 minutes is way too long to ask you guys to sit through me talking and bumbling through how to figure something out. So we'll make this a little bit faster today. But we will get moving. And as this is as boring as it is of you guys watching me do this, at least we can have a conversation about life. Not really. I don't know what you do. I play some Minecraft here and there. Well, a fair amount of it, to be exact. Actually, a pretty good game. Okay, we are about there. All right, let me show you guys that I finally got this Quarry figured out, and it is going to work. And it's going to put stuff into our chest, and it's going to work beautifully, and I'm not going to have any issues with it. Boop. Okay. Let's see. Little chicken's going to fall into a hole. Ooh. Ooh. What is wrong? Did I noob this up again? Did I noob it up again? There we go. No, it's working. It's working. I didn't noob it up. I don't think I did. It should be coming over here. Where are you at? There it is. Look at that. Ha ha ha. All right. So, proof that I can get this thing to work. Hey, we'll catch you in a second. Okay, so it's time to upgrade our reactor. And the first thing we're going to do here is we got to remove all of this destabilized redstone that we had in here, right? So we're going to do that, and then we're going to replace it. And again, we're using modded Minecraft, so we're gonna not cheat the system, but we're gonna utilize it as full as we can. And so, just a second here. Really, what we're gonna do is we've got 48 buckets in here. We're gonna collect it all into these, and it will take me some time to do that. But just a second, I'm gonna get all this collected up, and I will be right back with you. Okay, so now that we have our reactor cleaned out, I'm going to grab all this destabilized redstone because it's actually going to come in handy for what we're going to do next with it. And that is we're going to start creating our cryothium dust so that we can create the gelid cryothium. So we've got that. Let's go put it back in here, and then we'll get to the next step of this. The next step we're going to need is we're going to need to create some saltpeter. And I'm going to throw these guys down. But actually, let's get started on our saltpeter. So saltpeter, which right here, can be made by throwing sand through our sag mill. Well, I'm a big fan of let's just throw all of this in here, and we'll start with gravel, and then we'll move to sand, and it'll continue to make us flint, which is really easy to go. And so we'll get that rocking and rolling here. So that'll get us our saltpeter. The next thing we're going to need is a snowball, and I think the way we're going to do that is with this stuff right here. And we are going to take advantage of Botania. So with Botania here, we can create snow by water. And so to do that, we're going to need to create a pure daisy. And the pure daisy is going to first start with this. We're going to need some petals here. And then we will create this, I want to say it's the petal apothecary, okay? And that is, we will let's turn all those into that. There we go. And now we can go outside. We can throw this down because we're going to need close to a source of water. And we should be able to, if I am tracking this right, let's look up a pure daisy real quick. A pure daisy is going to be 4 of the white petals, and we're going to need a seed. So I forgot the seed, sorry. And we get just a seed here, and that's just a normal seed, and that should help me create our pure daisy. And once we do that, then I've got a little setup already back here for you guys to look at. So we should 1, 2, 3, 4, and voila, a seed, and we now have a pure daisy. So this pure daisy we're going to set back here, And it's going to take a little bit of time because I'm not going to automate it just because I don't want to. But I got this set up here like this. And we're going to drop our pure daisy in there. And here in about a minute or so, it'll actually turn that to snow. So just a second here, and we'll be right back as it turns just to snow. I don't want to make you guys sit through all this. And voila, there we go. And so hopefully now that I've got these sills set up automatically, oops, we should be able to, if I didn't mess that up too bad, throw this right back in here. And now, because we have never-ending water sources, it'll just keep working it. So we got snowballs going. With our snowballs, we're going to use that with the stabilized redstone to actually make our blaze dust here. So we'll take this, we'll take one of these, we'll keep our wrench in here, and if we put this here, that should empty into there, but we're probably going to need to do that. And as you can see, it empties into there. I'm going to throw 2 snowballs into there, and they should move over, and if they don't, then I'll have to work it out. But what we're going to do is put 2 snowballs in there, and you'll see it'll take just a second, but that'll actually produce us our dust, cryothium dust that we were looking at. And that saves me from having to run around and find a stinking Blizz powder, sorry. Almost there. Voila, and it shoots out the other side. Look at that, so cool. So we now have a way to create all of that. So we're going to create some of this, we're going to create the cryothium dust, and once we get all that created, we're going to throw it into our magma crucible, and we will be creating gelid cryothium here. So just a second, I'll be right back with you when I get all of this produced. Hey, one thing I need to make sure you guys are aware of, that for us to get saltpeter out of this, we actually have to take this sand and turn it into sandstone, and then it'll give us the saltpeter. So I took all that, everything, and actually we grinded it down from cobblestone to sand, and now we'll run it through here, and it should give us that option to bake saltpeter. And I mean, it's not very good returns on it, but as you see, but again, we have plenty of cobblestones. All it is time, and we got a renewable resource because perfect. So it just takes some time, and then I'll take it again and create whatever we had that didn't get done into that, and then I'll throw it back in here and let it continue to break itself down until I have no more. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. All right, after getting everything squared up and getting all of our Blizz powder done, finally gone and got it. So hey, I made a lot of extra, and then I also made some blaze powder because it was just easier to do all of it at one time. So now it's time to get our we'll move on to the next piece of this, and that is going to be to create our actual cryothium dust. So we'll run over to our crafting station here, and it's just as simple as this to this to this to this. Boom. And I'm tracking that I'm gonna need 48 total, because we're gonna make this into 12 buckets that will replace our gold blocks. So I'm just gonna throw these into our magma crucible, and voila, out it comes. I also went and got a whole bunch of resonant ender, 48 buckets to be exact, that will replace all of that destabilized redstone that we had in there. And I'm going to need one more bucket here. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to come over here, and I'm going to start this process of laying down all of this resonant ender along with the gelid cryothium. And you guys know that I can't pronounce anything to save my stinking life. So but we're gonna get it laid down. So we'll just I'm gonna start plopping it down this way, and it should it should make it pretty easy for, oh, no, you little booger. I want to go that way. And I want to go that way. And I want to go this way. Okay, so that's gonna leave us here to be able to get down in here. So that we will go ahead and let's lay out real quickly and empty one of these. So one thing about Resonant Ender, do not touch it. I mean, like literally, it will it teleports you somewhere else. Done it a couple times. Fun if you know where you're going to end up, but not always do you know where you're going to end up. So yeah, absolutely. So that should empty our top one there, and then I'll take him back real quick and we'll grab the ooh, we about had a catastrophe there, and we just need to place him up, let the rest of our Crothium Dusk in the Magnum Crucible, you know, turn into what it needs to in here, which is something I cannot pronounce. There we go. So we got them both now, and we can go ahead and add all of this back to our reactor, and we'll see exactly how much that boosts us. So remember, we're at about 4,300 or 4,300 RF per tick initially, and once we get all this on here, we will see what it's going to do. And then this I'm just going to place in between these guys to help with the dissipation of the heat. Also, don't jump in that because that'll hurt you. And where did we leave off at? Right here. All right. I will be right back with you guys. Maybe you'll get a little... I don't know what I'm going to do yet with this, but just a second here. And I'm going to finish this up. And we're going to get on to the next piece that we got, which I am pretty excited about, which is going to be... I think we got something cool coming up. So just a second, we'll be right back with you after I get all this placed. Almost there. All right. So let's now see. Let's kick it on and let's see exactly how much we've increased what we can actually do. Okay, so we're at 4. Oh my, look at that. Holy crap. Holy cow, that's great. So we're at 7,500 RF per tick. Okay, so we almost doubled by just changing that up. That is great. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do. I am super lazy, minus having to do some grindy over there. I really am ready to make our reactor work more efficiently for us. And where is that stinking zombie? He's in there somewhere. He's in there. I think he's probably on the back side of our little house. But let's run around here. Oh, we got some guys here. But hey, the next thing we're going to actually do, I'd like to do, is work OpenComputers. I've done it in the past with ComputerCraft, but what I want to do is automate our reactor here so that it turns off when we're at full power. We do... It can adjust itself. So a guy named Krakaen or Krakaen, I may be wrong. I've got his link in the below in the description here. But he's put together one heck of a cool tutorial on this. So it's going to take me a while to craft it because it takes a lot of stuff. Take a look on the screen here, and you will see. Everything it's going to take, everything from a power converter, a keyboard, a computer, GPU, CPU, and you name it, it goes on down the list. But I need to get to crafting all of this stuff. And some of it's, I mean, it's pretty simple, but it's going to take some time. And I'm not going to, I don't want to put you guys through all of that. I think the cool part is when we get it hooked up here, turn it on, and we can actually see how that's going to work through our reactor. So give me just a bit here. I'm going to run around, and I will... get this, all of our parts that we need for the computer to be able to run our reactor. And it's going to be fun. I like the computer stuff. I used to use ComputerCraft, but we'll be right back. Man, that was a lot of crafting. Whew, that was a lot. But I got everything done that we're going to need to add our OpenComputer stuff to our reactor. So let's head over there and let's get it all set up and get it running. Now again, if you'd like to, please by all means go to, I think it's Krakaen's his name. Again, his link is in the description below. He built this program. He's got a YouTube video showing how it's done. And so please, by all means, go over there and check his stuff out, because it's pretty cool. So we're gonna put our computer down, or put our power converter down, and we'll run a cable here so that's got it there. Whoop, I didn't want to put that there. So we will, wrong thing, take that off. I just didn't want to hit too far. Okay, so we are going to need to place all of this in here. So we're going to place our hard drive in. We're going to place our floppy drive in, our memory in, our CPU in, our graphics card in, our network card in, and our BIOS, or our EEPROM there. And then we're going to set up our monitor. And if I remember right, last time I did this, it was a little odd. So let's go this way with it. I wonder if I'm going to be able to jump and put it up. There we go. Ah, booger. All right. Come around here one more time. And maybe I can hang off the front of it here. Ah, nope, it's not going to allow me to do that either. So I'm going to have to drop down here and try to jump back up. Okay. And then I have to fall again. There we go. And we're going to drop one last cable here. Oh, that's our keyboard. We would like to put that on the side of the thing here. So we will put our, oh, we're a dirt catcher. Right there. And now we will turn this on. And if you'll walk to the front, you should see it's starting to kick in. What are we missing here? Got our network card, graphics card, memory, central processing unit. It's hooked to power. It's hooked to the projector. I wonder if my Lua BIOS is not perfect here. Let's just double check here. Wrong way. Lua. And for us to make that, we're going to need another one of these one more time. So, all right, just a second. Let me finish this, and I'll be right back over here with us. All right, let's try this. I got our Lua BIOS in here, and let's drop him in and see. There we go. That sounds a whole lot better. Okay, as you can see here, it's going to boot up off of the disk. It's going to take just a bit to do this, and then we'll run some things that different programs and whatnot to get this thing to actually work. So now we're going to install, and it'll install, yes. And it's moving quick today. This is awesome. But this is going to help us out. This is going to run our Extreme Reactor here, so we don't always have to come over and turn it off. We're not using all the Yellorinium up that we've got, and it kind of can manage our power a little bit better. Again, I'm lazy, so that the sooner I can get something that's working better for us like this, the better off I believe we will be. Okay, so now it's time to actually get this. So we got to do a paste bin get F, and it's going to be SJ capital I 0 BUM. Okay, did I type something wrong there? Let's just double check here real quick. Alright, I got it figured out here what I was doing wrong. At least I think so. Alright, so again, I just forgot to put the last portion of this on here, which is going to be going to want to stay start lua.lau, and that is going to be all right. There we go. So what that did is that actually brought us in, and it brought it, and it set the name of the file to that, to start.lua. And then what we want to do is edit what they call the auto run Lua. So when we start it up, it automatically this, and we're going to want to go os.execute, and it's going to be looking like this: home /start .lua. All right, easy enough. And Control S and Control W out of that, and then CD home, and we're out. So now, if we reboot that, so it should run. It'll take a second, and it should start up our program. There we go. This is what it looks like. Beautiful. Okay. So now all I got to do is turn it on and set our mins and max, and our mins is going to be when it reaches 60%. I'm going to bring this down to, I want to bring this down to 50 to 70, something like that. So see, what it's going to do is it's going to actually it'll work this to set it and work it, produce the right amount of power that we're drawing from it. So as you can see, it's dropping, which is beautiful, beautiful. All right, so you see we're really not pulling much, which actually drops our millibuckets, per tick that we're truly using. Hey, sorry if you can hear my stinky dog in the background. She's eating, and she's eating really loud, so apologize if that's coming through on the mic. But all right, hey, that is done. Next thing, we're going to do some armor. So just a second, let me kick the dog out of the room, and we'll get on to the last part of today's episode of getting us some decent armor finally made for ourselves. Okay, hey, I kicked the dang dog out, and we need to empty the inventory here. But I think what we want to do is we're going to use some of the Ender IO armor at this point in time. This dark helm, the dark plate, the dark leggings, and the dark boots. And I've got a bunch of dark steel here, and we will set this up real quick. And this is easy to craft. Man, it is just like everything else you do for your armor. So we want to do here and here and here and here, and move that to the top, and we'll finalize this just like that. All right, but the cool stuff with this armor is you got the ability to upgrade it. And so I went ahead and built some vibrant crystals and basic capacitors and double air capacitors. And if I remember right, I think you can take, you got to do it on your anvil, and we're going to need some levels. So let's just pull 42 levels out there so that we can get through doing all this. So what am I doing here? Okay, so we're here and here, and so that gives us our helmet, and I think then we can add the basic capacitor to it, and we now have this. And if you look at it, it'll tell you what the next level is. So empowered 3 is a double air capacitor, so we're going to put the double air capacitor on it, and so now we have it here. And then we can add another capacitor to it to get it even further, and I'll upgrade that here as we go. But we're going to do that for each one of our items here, and this should make for some pretty bad armor, or good, or however we say it nowadays. But it'll be good, because we'll throw it over here, we'll charge it all up, and we will be ready to roll with it. Okay, so we need to, and I'm just, all right, so there's our basic capacitor, and there is it with that, and the final one's our boots. So we're adding that vibrant crystal to it originally, and bam, there we go. So now we can throw it in our capacitor bank here, and it'll all charge up, and it'll be pretty. It's pretty good. You know, I would say we're still pretty early to mid game maybe, but it's I can change it out. So hey, let's look. Hey, say goodbye to the iron and say hello to the dark armor. All right, very, very cool. I think it's time to go outside and see what zombie. Oh, we got a little creeper here right off the bat. Let's give him attack. But hey, I'm gonna run around here, kill some guys, destroy some skeletons and whatnot. But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed today. A bunch of random projects that we did, but I think they're all good projects to get done. We had the update on the Quarry. We had, you know, we updated or upgraded our actual our Extreme Reactor. We added the OpenComputer stuff to it, and then we got ourselves some new dark steel armor. So I think that is one heck of a cool day. But as always, hey guys, I really do appreciate y'all stopping by. It's always a fun time to adventure around here, and so I'm glad you guys could come by and join me as we do this today. But hey, until next time, we will catch you all again soon. I'm cScot, and I always appreciate you and adventuring with me. We'll see you all again soon.